You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
This video is AI generated and the dialogues are fictional. These are not actual quotes from Donald Trump or Barack Obama. The content is a thought-provoking exploration of diplomacy and leadership meant for informational and entertainment purposes only.
By embarrassing Zelensky like that, you're putting his job at risk. What do you want? To get him impeached and replaced with a Putin puppet? We've seen this play out before. The Minsk agreements didn't stop the war. They just gave Russia time to regroup. We need to provide them security guarantees.
Last year, I promised to end this war in a day. It's been 5 weeks, and I need a win. Deportations are slow. Canada's boycotting us. Inflation's high, and the stock market's weak. I need to cut taxes for the rich, rebuild Gaza, and sell gold cards. This war would never happened under my watch.
You had a real chance to show strength and leadership, but instead it came off as chaotic and embarrassing. You can't negotiate with a world leader by shouting him down in front of the media.
Barack, Zelensky was acting arrogant and ungrateful. He needed a reality check. I wish I could have smacked some humility into him. He's playing with fire, gambling with World War III, and doesn't even show gratitude.
It's not about sugarcoating. It's about knowing when to go hard and when to hold back. You lost that balance today. You didn't just shake Zelensky. You shook the world's confidence in us. But you also played reckless. We've got to clean up the mess.
I call it like I see it, and for the record, you gave him sheets and I gave him javelins. I just reminded him who's boss. He thinks he's a tough guy, but without us, he's nothing. And he needed to hear that.
Sure, tell him where he stands, but you don't need to humiliate him on live TV. And what was with all the name dropping? Hunter, Hillary, Schiff, you even dragged Putin's name through it. It sounded like you were ranting at a family dinner.
Barack, can you believe this guy? He actually told me we would feel it in the future. Who does he think he is? He's in no position to dictate anything. We're going to feel good and strong. He's the one gambling with World War III, and honestly, he's lucky we're even talking to him.
You're not negotiating, you're just shouting. You don't win diplomacy by bullying people. And that bomb dropping on your head comment to the reporter, that was reckless. You're the president, not some guy trying to win an argument on X. You just made a real conversation sound like a bad reality show.
Without us, Zelensky's got nothing. He's standing there acting like he has leverage when he's completely dependent on our support. And that stupid reporter, she was asking some ridiculous what if about Putin breaking a ceasefire question. It's absurd to think that we can predict what Putin will do.
This isn't a game. You told Zelensky he has no cards, like he's some guy with a losing hand. This isn't poker, this is war. Real people are dying. You don't humiliate an ally who's literally fighting for survival. If you treat diplomacy like a casino, don't be surprised when the whole table flips over.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
You think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you can...
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You haven't been alone.
In this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment, and you men are brave, but they had to use our military. If you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over In 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you. What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam.